Doki Doki.
Doki Doki.
Oh yeah, go ahead and save. And then quit maybe, or main menu maybe?
Main menu. Yes. Oh, it's...
Oh,
Oh.
it's still okay. That's how it was last time we were on here. I thought maybe there would only be 3 people. I couldn't remember.
Okay. Yeah, it's all glitchy.
It's like a glitched mess of everyone, I guess. Except,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's Natsuki, like with the pink, and then some of her hair. And
This character is missing, so we tried to reproduce something here.
Oh, so... Yeah, you don't even... Happy birthday! But yeah, actually, she's completely covered by the other character artwork.
Yeah, there's no... I don't think there's any trace of Sayori there. It's just like a weird mismatch of Monika, Natsuki, and Yuri.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think you read
Sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. A lot of things stay the same, some things change. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Look really, really closely in the background. On the poster on the wall.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh, I just got a chill down my spine. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Orion.
Yeah. All words escape me in this situation. Brute never noticed that. Holy shit. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize.
Yay.
Yay, cute girls. Yeah. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So I ran into Orion in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Someone got a promotion. Yuri, the VP. Wait, Monika. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Kitty cupcakes.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Orion?
The background poster, I'm not sure. I'm aware of the fact that apparently some things in this game too some things are set events that always happen, and there are a few random events that don't always occur on every playthrough. I'm not sure which one that one is. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. If only someone had been able to recruit in a more prepared manner. She might have been able to make her cupcakes. Yeah. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Oh. Yeah, that threw me too. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Okay, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might... I mean, that's the same place I did it the first time.
Yep.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles at herself in relief.
So, Orion, what kind of things do you like to read?
You understand the joke, Bird?
Yeah, I sent him the...
I
sent him the Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell video, because he just finished Kingdom Hearts.
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
And not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
That kind of has more meaning now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. It was called Higurashi. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Brute. My favorite line is still, I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dustin/whatever name started showing up. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I got distracted by my cat yelling.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ryan?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All these girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Yeah? Girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Orion. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Hi, kitty.
Hey, kitty.
And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
Perk.
One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Orion?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
Even though you didn't make cupcakes?
That's right. Wait, how do you know about that stuff? Ryan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now.
Doki Doki Literature Club, or Why You Don't Expect a Room Full of Teenagers to Make Sound Choices.
Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Ah, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Orion, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, And of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that starts with writing the poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Good poem.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the special poems might be randomized. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Brute says he didn't get that poem.
I guess we'll go for Yuri now? Since...
Yeah, if we want to just go for Yuri intentionally, just pick depressing things.
Yeah. Grief. You got a different poem at the same point?
Yep. Yuri, 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 Yuri.
Okay. Do you want to write out the words again?
Sure.
Okay, depressing or long words. So, grief.
Yep.
Agonizing. Despise?
Death.
Death. Intellectual. Let me see. Or philosophy.
Philosophy is interesting.
Okay. Frightening?
Effulgent? I don't even know what that means, but I bet she likes it.
This one?
Yeah.
That means like radiance or...
Oh. Sure, frightening.
Melancholy. Yeah. Disaster. Disaster or... Huh?
Disaster's good.
Disarray. Or heavens... Secretive?
Your pick.
Okay. Eternity.
Hopeless.
Hopeless.
Well, we've already got 11 out of 20, so we're officially set for Yuri. Tragedy.
Tragedy. Pain?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw you, Nazi. Massacre.
Dark.
Huh? Dark?
Oh, Matt.
Brute, which one?
Being set for Yuri is the best way to be set.
No, the Twitch delay is kind of... It's like 10 seconds or something.
Massacre.
Massacre. Fester.
Sure.
Yeah. Depression.
Vertigo?
Oh, Starscape works for her too, weirdly. Yeah, Vertigo worked. Fear?
Sure.
Misfortune or horror?
Horror.
God, was that there before?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Shame?
Shame, shame.
Contamination? Or anger?
Contamination.
Explode.
Explode.
Or wrath. We can do explode. Okay. All the words were
Nice.
nice. Hi again, Orion. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Well,
Up.
I saw that. Thanks for keeping your promise, Orion.
Meanwhile, the background is back to normal.
Yup. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay. Okay.
Is the background music the same as it always is? Because I can't tell if it is or not.
It sounds off. Maybe.
Also, is the room moving, like, so slow you can almost not perceive it?
Oh my god, it is. Oh yeah, listen. The music keeps changing pitch. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You've already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Yeah, it's moving because it's making me dizzy. Looking at it. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Monica? You're
in
the way?
Something certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps something manga collection in the club room. They're getting bigger too, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just like zooming in and
turning.
Rotating.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm trying to read here, Monika! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I think it stopped.
I don't know about that.
Oh no, it's still moving. I'm sorry, Orion. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
But anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Sorry, I was kind of distracted. So
okay.
It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that.
In all seriousness here, besides the whole licking fingers bit of things here, Yuri is the character I can identify the most with from what I've played so far. I mean, yeah, I can see a lot of Yuri in someone else I know as well, and maybe I'd have to think more about it, but maybe some qualities in myself too. It's the whole introverted thing, and yeah. If you don't really... Oh, sorry.
If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like... Well, as vice president and all...
God, speaking of vertigo...
Yeah. That I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Can very much assure you don't lick people's fingers. Good to know.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, okay.
Thank you. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Hmm? I wanted to reread some of it. Whoa.
I almost didn't notice that.
Yeah. Not for any particular reason. I think those were Sayori's eyes.
Oh, were they?
I think.
I didn't see it long enough.
I'm gonna have to go back at the video and look at it, but anyway.
Either her eyes were distorted and enlarged, or someone else's eyes were layered over her, as that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant.
Oh, I love when my eyes get replaced with someone else's.
I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about, anyway?
Well...
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Uh-oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Orion?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's not what it originally said there if we were to get this scene the first time around.
Mm-hmm. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. Brute can confirm. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Hold on. Okay. How is a visual novel giving me the creeps?
I know, right?
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts... Whoa.
Oh, history.
Then suddenly... Fill my thoughts. Oh, it doesn't show me.
Oh. That's fun. Well, people can pause the video to see that one.
Yeah. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Oh, maybe we can see it now. Let's see. No, it's not there. But I will save the game. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Well, that's true. Galif?
Yeah? Oh!
Sure.
Sorry.
It's okay.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Okay. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was...
Just bathing something?
It's not there!
I saw I was just bathing and then I couldn't read the rest.
Yeah, that's how far I got before it went away.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to... Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here,